Hey friends, it's Bill, and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound. Today, something quick, simple, really basic, but people have said I have to change the needle or the stylus on my cartridge, on my turntable. And I really am having a hard time figuring it out. It's really simple, but if you've never done it before, it may be difficult. I've done this many times, but we're going to be working with a cartridge on a standard mount, which is just like the same on Technics turntables and Pioneer turntables. It's this type of mount here. But we're going to be changing that needle right there. This is a phono cartridge. This is a cartridge that came with a turntable that I bought off of a friend. It's an old Technics SL 1900 turntable. And I put my own cartridge and stylus on it, but this came with it. And I'm looking at this and it's like, it's not that bad of a shape. So let's take a look at the stylus and ooh, check that out. That's bent. Yeah, I don't know if I want to use that on my records. So I put it on anyway, and I played a couple of old 45s on it, and didn't sound too bad. So I thought, you know what? This cartridge is still in good shape. I might as well buy a replacement stylus for it. So here's what I did. I can tell that it is an Audio-Technica, of course, but it's a VS215 EP. I'm going to get a brand new stylus and put that on. Now, this may be very many years old, but you can still get replacement styli for it through a company called LP Gear. So I did a little bit of research on LP Gear, and they do make replacement styluses when the original stylus replacement is not available. And their reviews are mostly very good about these. So let's open this up. Ta-da! There it is, the LP Gear replacement for the ATN 102 EP. So let's put this thing on here. And, okay. What is that little thing there? Does that say LP on it? It just says E. I know it is elliptical. So you just take this old one and you just pull it off. Ooh, if I rock it a little bit, it comes right off. Beautiful. There's the old one. Let's blow a little air in there to get any dust that's in there off. Gotta get the new one out from here. Very carefully. And you see how this is here? You see how that is there? Let's take it and put it on. There it is, right there. Come on. Sometimes these Audio-Technica styli are real easy to put back in. Sometimes they are not. Let's see if we can slide it in. Oh, there it is. Once you get it, boom, it's on. And look at how nice that is. Nice and straight. Perfect. So as you can see, it says there, the LP Gear upgrade stylus for the Audio-Technica VS215 EP cartridge. And it has the actual model number that they have for it, and it only cost me about $50, $35.99 plus the shipping and mailing and handling and tax and postage and whatever. But there's no tax since they're in Nevada and I am in Ohio. So now this is a P-mount cartridge, and P-mount cartridges were made originally to go on special tone arms, and Technics made a lot of turntables that were like this. For example, this is the tone arm for a Technics SLBD22 tone arm. And there it is right there. That's the P-mount cartridge thing. You just take this little thing and you insert the cartridge in there and then put this back in like this and tighten up the cartridge. And your cartridge is, voila, mounted and ready to go. The cartridge are a set specific weight so that the tone arms do not require adjustment. But now that this P-mount cartridge is mounted inside of this bayonet mount standard shell, it can go inside of a regular tone arm. It goes in, tightens up right there. Now you got to make sure that you set the stylus for the right weight. And this one tracks at 2 grams, I believe. So I went ahead and I looked up the recommended tracking force, and it says that these should track at 1.25 grams vertical tracking force. Very interesting. So let's turn on this little stylus force gauge and get this adjusted, shall we? Let's see, currently it is at, and it says 2.23. Nope. Let's get it back up here. One more time. 1.56. That's pretty much what we're going to need. So let's get that to there. Change the anti-skating to about the same. And play a record. Let's see how well this little sucker plays. Nice and quiet. And it sounds fine to me. So basically that's it. Aside from the fact that this record's pressed a tiny bit off center, this sounds pretty great. So that's it. That's how you replace a stylus. Something really simple. And so there you have it. The stylus has been changed. The records are sounding good again. You've adjusted your turntable properly. No problems. Now, if you're switching from one stylus to another and you're using the same cartridge that you used to do, then you don't have to readjust the tracking force or the anti-skating. But it's always a good idea to double check them to make sure that they are set the same as they were before you change the needle. That's it, because I had a great time and I hope you did too. Go listen to some music on a nice, clean, fresh needle.